Hey everybody, some Gadget Guy here with a question I think is kind of interesting and one I hope will generate a fun conversation. Fun being a relative term in this political climate. When I created this channel, I really wanted to try and keep it separate from my personal political leanings. Given the topics that I'm passionate about, that's probably going to be a bit more difficult over the next couple years. Case in point, I've been a huge advocate for net neutrality. I can't really envision a future where the United States maintains its tech competitiveness if we aren't fostering a climate of innovation. And I think one of the best regulatory tools to that end is making sure that everyone is sort of charged for and pays for data in the same way, and that we have a growing infrastructure of higher and higher speed data. Those last 2 points definitely on the endangered species list, politically speaking. In all the ways that we discuss net neutrality, some of the reasons why it's still probably boring to just general consumers out there, we like to blow off some steam though, and we like to joke around. And one topic that keeps being brought up is the notion of targeting certain areas and purposely degrading services to drive home the point that net neutrality is important. Float around for a couple minutes in a tech subreddit and you'll probably see someone deliver the gem, oh, Netflix should slow everyone's connection down in Washington, D.C. if they don't care about net neutrality. And we all have a good-hearted chuckle in that subreddit and go back to streaming Voltron. But the notion of targeted degradation keeps popping back up into my head. Could a company, or should a company, engage in civil disobedience to protect their market? If a corporation like Netflix is unhappy with the policy being generated by lawmakers in Washington, D.C., could they or should they target Washington, D.C. and degrade that service to make a point? On the face of it, in the short term, that doesn't sound like a particularly great idea because corporations exist to generate value for shareholders. You're apt to piss off quite a few people in that area and you're apt to see your subscription rates plummet. It's also dubious that in this kind of protest, Netflix really would be able to get the point across as to what it was trying to accomplish. But looking longer term, there is something really interesting about the idea of a company like Netflix, a service which is pretty popular, engaging in some kind of organized protest. Short term, it doesn't look good for the bottom line, but longer term, if it does manage to help influence policy, that could be a really positive business decision. I think we'd all agree right now that lawmakers, be they liberal or conservative, seem to be motivated more by campaign contributions than just public outreach and discourse. And I mean discourse by like verbal methods, not discourse being money is speech. If a corporation can be a person, can that individual perform an act of civil disobedience? Drop me a comment down below. Let's see if we can get into a chat. And I'll probably be blocking or shadow blocking anyone who gets overly obnoxious. As always, thanks so much for watching. Definitely subscribe to this channel for more rambly, vloggy videos like these. And check me out on Pocket Now if you want to catch up on all of our smartphone, tablet, and wearable discussions. We've got some cool videos coming out on that channel too. Give me a follow on social media, Some Gadget Guy on Twitter and Instagram. And below this video, there are some additional links on how you can support production here also. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all on the next video.